Good morning. Happy September 16th. It is a Monday morning or Monday almost afternoon here. We, my friends, are alive for an emergency update. We got a couple tornado warnings starting to pop up here in North Carolina. It looks like we might have had a cap break, and we have what is supposed to be Helene making landfall in North Carolina. However, it has not formed into a tropical cyclone yet. But we got ourselves a couple tornado warnings. You can actually see a little hook echo out there. This is just south of Wilmington, North Carolina. You can actually see, yeah, look at that hook there, man. She's hooking. Let's see here. Oh yeah, definitely got some rotation out there. Let's see here. Hopping over to CC. I don't see any debris as of now. Right now, it just looks like some rotation going on. What's up, Andrea? Haven't been to the channel in a sec. Well, welcome. Hope you're doing well. What's up, Crystal? Good morning. We got another tornado warning to the northeast of Wilmington. This is out there by Verona, Dixon. We are watching out there for this region here as well. Let's see here. I might actually here. We're gonna open up another radar here. What's up, Tabletop? Hope you're doing good, man. We got a tornado warning cell to your south, by the way. Crystal for 19 months, Tropical Storm Team. Thank you so much, Crystal. Deeply appreciate your support. Thank you. Like I said, you guys with the donations and the memberships and stuff like that, you guys help keep me afloat here. So I appreciate every single one of you, all the super chats, all the donations. So big thank you. I appreciate that. Let's look at this other radar here. Let me pull this up here. Looks like we might have a little bit of rotation. Oh yeah, look at that right there, north of Dixon, North Carolina, southwest of Verona. You can see this little area here that is rotating. I don't see any debris signatures, so as of right now, there's no signature. Oh, look at that little hook on there. But as of right now, I'm not seeing any signs of actual tornadic activity on the ground. However, like I said, you do not wait until it's confirmed. If there's a warning in place, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. Like I said, we're going to hop between two different radars. We got the Wilmington radar here. We got a lot of flooding out by Wilmington. We got a flash flood warning in effect here. This is actually, I believe, it's not a PDS flash flood warning, but it does have, look at this, between 3 and 5 inches of rain has fallen with additional amounts of 2 to 4. So 3 to 5 has already fallen, 2 to 4 more. So 5 to 9 inches of rainfall has fallen near the area here. But like I mentioned, if you guys are just tuning in, we got 2 tornado warnings going on right now. She's not a tropical storm yet. I mean, honestly, I think the chances are going down of this thing actually becoming a tropical storm. This thing might not even become a named storm, actually. I mean, this thing is like right up against the coast right now. As you can see on this radar, we actually did get introduced to a 5% tornado risk here. Yesterday's update we did, it was a level 1, 2% chance for tornadoes. And now we are at a level, right now we're at a level 2 with a 5% chance for tornadoes. So we have an increased tornado threat since last night across eastern North Carolina here. So we need to be extra cautious out here in this region. Like I mentioned right now, guys, we do have a couple tornado warnings. We got one here south of Wilmington, North Carolina. This is for the areas of Bowling Spring Lakes, including Southport. We have some rotations going on. We go a couple frames back, you can kind of see this little area here is rotating. As of the latest scans here, I do not see any debris signatures. That's just, some contamination over here, so that's not debris it does have a hook on it, though. You can see that there. It kind of got a in this last frame. But for a little bit, she did have a pretty obvious hook echo on it, which is also kind of an indicator of tornadic activity. Mixing in the velocity, you can see that little bit of rotation there that was tracking northwest towards the Boiling Springs Lake area here, basically of extreme southern North Carolina. Like I said, we got to watch out for these, cyclone-induced tornadoes, because these tropical and non-tropical lows can create the environments needed for tornadic activity. So that's kind of what we're seeing there. But yeah, there's definitely been a little bit of rotation. You can see out here, this is tracking northwest for the most part. If it continues on this path, it might just barely pass east of Boiling Spring Lakes. Hopefully, we don't get a tornado out of this, but like I mentioned, the wind shear, the instability, and everything like that's in place for that to be a possibility. Now we got another area we're watching here too. This little region, this is actually southwest of Verona, North Carolina, northwest of Dixon. So we have ourselves a tornado warning in here as well. Regarding the correlation coefficient, as of right now, there's no debris signatures. There's no signs of tornadic activity right now. There's no signs of things being destroyed. But like I mentioned, confirmed or not, we need you to be in your shelter. Okay, so like I said, this is up in kind of the southeastern side of North Carolina, out there towards Verona and Dixon. You guys, like I said, please be inside of your safe spots. We got a tornado warning in effect here, which will remain in effect until 12:15 p.m. Eastern time. So we got about roughly about 32 minutes. 32 minutes from now. So we need to be watching out for that. Tabletop says, does a cell right off the coast of Wilmington look concerning? Let me hop back to my other radar. We got those two radar views up here. So I don't see anything concerning for you right now, but I will say I want to keep an eye on this little area up here north of Winnebago. I do want to watch this little area too. As you can kind of look at it, it looks like it might have a little bit of spin on there. That could be maybe some activity over there too. So we'll keep an eye out there for the towards the Winnebago area. Currently under flash flood warnings, but nothing tornadic. Oh, what? We got reports of hail? Okay, by the way, guys, that is surprising. Hail is extremely uncommon in tropical systems here. Wow. We got hail, man. It's nothing significant. It's definitely not severe, but that's penny-sized hail is reported in Boiling Spring Lakes. Yeah, no, you know what? Radar reflectivity matches up with it. We had some pink echoes in there, you can see, representing some higher reflectivity, meaning bigger objects that the radar was scanning. Like I mentioned, we had that hook there, you can see here just a few moments ago, with a little bit of rotation, a little bit of a mesocyclone under it. Like I said, no detection, no confirmation of tornadic activity on that, but with everything else lining up, it was certainly trying to. It looks like the hook has been occluded at this point. As you can tell, that there's no longer a hook echo. Does not mean always that tornadic activity has stopped, but in this case, I think, yeah, that rotation certainly is kind of faded out a bit. You can see at one point it was fairly strong, and you can see here in the last few frames that the rotation is pretty much just kind of disintegrated. So that warning might be allowed to expire soon. So that we'll keep an eye out there for that, but for now, make sure you're in your shelters. This is a tornado warning in effect here for the regions, like I said, of Boiling Spring Lakes here in southern North Carolina, and we do have ourselves this warning here in effect basically until noon. So this will be in effect here for the next 15 minutes approximately for the areas of Boiling Spring Lakes and Southport in southern North Carolina. Then we hop back over to our other radar here. We got two radars up. We got one up there towards Newport. We got a tornado warning in effect for Dixon and Verona. This is also in kind of southern, southeastern North Carolina. Like I said, right now we have two active tornado warnings we are watching currently. They upgraded the hail to 0.88 inches. It was 0.75 just a few seconds ago. You all saw that. Now it's 0.88. That's up to nickel-size hail. That's getting close to the boundary of severe hail. That's, like I said, hail's not common at all in tropical systems because these systems are just such warm, I would say warm-blooded, but there's no blood about them. Warm precipitation storms. So they're just very warm to the core storms. And they typically really don't have, like, hail associated with them. But in this case, Well, I mean, we got reports. Yeah, look at that, man. That's weird. This one's still showing 0.75. The other one shows 0.88 inches. Same program, just different radar sites, which is a little weird. Anyways, but yeah, so you can see in the previous scans, we did have some pink popping up in the reflectivity there in that heavy rainfall. That pink was likely some small hail. We did get that report there, so well, that basically was some hail there. We had a hook echo here, like I said, associated with a mesocyclone of a bit of pretty broad rotation here. Not really anything super tight. To begin with, it looked like it was pretty tight. As you can see, we had a little bit of tight rotation just before that tornado warning was issued. And as they issued it, it seems like that mesocyclone kind of just faded out. And in the latest scans, it's completely gone. But like I mentioned, we still need to be in our shelters for the warning here. As long as this polygon's here, as long as this warning's here, we need to be in our shelters regardless, okay? So we'll keep that in mind. But yeah, Boiling Spring Lakes, once again, heads up to y'all. We got a tornado warning in effect here until noon. This will remain in effect here for the next 13 minutes, okay? So keep an eye out there for that, my friends. We got a tornado warning out there. We're going to hop back over to our other radar up here also in southern North Carolina. This is for the areas of Verona and Dixon. This is a tornado warning in effect here for also, like I said, kind of the southeastern side here of North Carolina. Now, when it comes to rotation on this one, obviously a few scans back, you can see we had some pretty good rotation southwest of Verona. In latest scans, you can see that things moving very quickly. We got some strong upper-level winds, strong wind shear in the storm here, in which you can kind of see maybe that echo weakening a little bit. Hopefully, we don't want any of that. Oh my gosh, Proxy coming in here with a $50 super chat. Thank you so much, Proxy. That is so nice of you, Prox. Good morning to you. Thank you so much, dude. I owe you big time, Proxy. Y'all in chat, please give Proxy a thank you for supporting us. Proxy helps keep us up and running, and honestly, Proxy, I owe you a big thank you as always for your support. Seriously, you've got me through some tough times financially. I really appreciate that, Prox. And of course, like I said, you help keep us floating. Thank you so much. Proxy says, Andrew is hard at work on top of all today's heavy weather. Thank you so much, Andrew. No problem. Yeah, I saw that we got some warnings, and I decided I'm going to go live for you. My phone battery is pretty low, so hopefully it'll last for a little bit. Hopefully these tornado warnings will get canceled by the time my battery runs out. But anyways, once again, Prox, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for your support as always. Much appreciated. Much love to you, Prox. Thank you so much. So yeah, hopping back over here, like I said, actively, guys, we have 2 tornado warnings in effect. We got one out there towards the very far southern tip of North Carolina. This is in effect for the Boiling Spring Lakes area, also including Southport. Like I mentioned, it looks like that rotation has pretty much faded on this. You can see we had that little area of rotation there associated with a hook echo. You can see that little hook there. We did have a hook echo until it got occluded and got kind of sucked back into the main storm. There is no longer any rotation on that part. But like I said, as long as there's a polygon here, as long as there's a tornado warning here, you need to be in your shelter regardless. The atmosphere is certainly capable of producing tornadoes today due to, like I said, due to the fact we have ourselves some strong wind shear, good amounts of instability on the eastern side of the storm. So that is allowing for, the environment to be capable of tornadoes. And like we mentioned, since yesterday's update, we did have a big 5% upgrade to the tornado risk here. So, tornadoes are going to be a little bit more common, a little bit more expected today than what we were expecting yesterday. So the tornado threat has increased, unfortunately. So we'll keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and turn down the data there so we can still kind of see it. But yeah, you see this big old 5% region there. That's that. Did they just cancel that back warning? They sure did. Like I said, that rotation is dismantled. That rotation has basically died out. Okay, so you guys out there in Southport, in Boiling Spring Lakes here in southern North Carolina, you guys are now safe to come out of your shelters. We still got that flash flood warning in effect out there. This is an ongoing issue for you guys in that previous warning area. But yeah, this includes Southport, let's see, Varnamtown, Oak Island, Bolivia, Winnebago, I think it is, Leland, Wilmington, including Silver Lakes, Myrtle Grove, Masonboro, Seagate, Wrightsville Beach. Let's see here, Carolina Beach, including Cure Beach, as well as Bald Head Island. You guys are under a flash flood warning in effect here. We are seeing 3 to 5 inches of rain has fallen with additional amounts of 2 to 4 inches possible. Also got another warning for the radar site out there by Charlotte, I think, Charlotte. Longwood, Freeland, let's see, Sunset Beach, Carolina Shores, Ocean Isle Beach, and Holden Beach. This one's in effect here between 3 and 6 inches of rain falling with additional amount of 2 to 5. So we're seeing about 5 to 11 inches of rainfall with that second warning over there. Anyway, so we got one tornado warning left. I got 15% battery. Hopefully this thing will be gone by the time my battery dies here. So we got to, like I said, we're kind of running off of fumes here. I literally heard my my station give me a warning saying that there's a warning in effect. Tornado warning popped up, and I'm like, yep, let's go. We got to get on the ball here, man. We got to be on the ball. So I decided we're just going to do an emergency live stream. You know, the YouTube Shorts is a great way of doing emergency live streams because they're quick to set up. They don't take a long time. I don't have to make a thumbnail and stuff like that. Anyway, so current tornado warning. We have one right now in effect for the south, kind of south central, southeastern side here of North Carolina. This is in effect for Verona. I believe this is mostly rural areas at this point in time. Let me fact check that real quickly. We're going to turn off radar. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the background here. For the most part, these to me look like, well, hold on a minute. No, there's definitely some houses out here. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's definitely places here. The more I look at it, there's just no named cities. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. There's people in this warning. Okay. That's why it's always good to double check your work. You always want to, fact check and make sure everything's up and valid. We did have some pretty gnarly rotation there for a minute out there towards Verona. They did pull out the warning for Dixon, North Carolina. You guys are no longer in the warning. You're safe to come out of your shelter. However, Verona, portions of Maple Hill, Southern Fountain, you guys have a tornado warning in effect. Now, this will remain in effect until 12:15. We got ourselves about 21 more minutes left until. As says, has the tropical storm made landfall? So here's the thing, which is interesting. There's a solid chance that this storm might. Wait, why is this called Gordon? What the heck? That is not Gordon. Okay, that's a big glitch on my software here. That is not Gordon. This is not Gordon. Ignore the name there. I don't know why that says tropical storm or tropical depression Gordon. Gordon's way out in the central Atlantic right now as a depression. Yeah, that is not Gordon. This storm would be Helene, in which it's not even a tropical storm right now. Now, here's the thing. It has sustained winds of tropical storm force. Right now, we're sustained at 50 miles an hour, which means constant winds blowing at 50 miles an hour. With higher gusts, of course, you can see these little wind barbs, little buoys showing 30, 35 knots in some spots. Kind of low-end tropical storm force out there. But yeah, this is not Gordon. This would be Helene. But even then, it is not a named storm right now. And the reason is because I believe that circulation has not been completely closed. It is not a full-blooded tropical system. And honestly, we're kind of dwindling kind of down. I don't even know if this thing's going to have it in it to even become a tropical storm. The latest guidance here actually has this thing post-tropical. That's weird. As we make landfall here. So, there's a pretty good shot at this point, guys, that this thing might not even gain a name. This thing might just kind of be, it's scraping close, man. It is scraping close to getting a name, but it is not quite there yet. So we'll see if it does it. No promises, but we'll definitely be watching it. But anyways, yeah, we got one tornado warning in effect here. Once again, we have about, 12:15. So we got ourselves about, 19 minutes. It's 11:56, so about 19 minutes left until this warning expires. Taking a look at velocity, honestly, I think things have calmed down quite significantly. I mean, comparing to previous scans, we did have some pretty good rotation. And if we take that in the further scans, you can see that rotation has honestly kind of faded. That's where that area of rotation's at, near Maple Hill, just east of it. Regarding everything like that, though, it's honestly, actually that rotation's going to be heading out of that warning polygon soon. So I don't know what they're going to do with that. But anyways, like I mentioned, if you're out there by Verona, especially Maple Hill, I want you guys in Maple Hill to be in your shelters too, because that little area of rotation that we were tracking is literally right near Maple Hill. It probably is right over Maple Hill at this point, because between frames, you can see how much distance we cover. I mean, this, like I said, due to strong wind shear in our atmosphere, we got some roaring upper level and mid-level winds, which is really carrying those storms pretty quickly. And, each radar scan really goes far in distance because, we have such strong winds in our atmosphere. It's really just kind of moving that around. But anyways, yeah, so we'll keep an eye out there for that. I also want to take a quick little brief look over the coastal areas. We're going to hop over to my other radar here. Just want to take a quick little peek, make sure there's nothing spinning going on, trying to come to the coast right now. As of now, I don't see anything else really catching the eye, out there off the coast. You got to watch out for water spouts too, man. To my boaters, which you should not be out in the water right now, but say some reason you're out in the water, water spouts is a big danger. Not to mention, due to the strong winds out here, you could definitely have some choppy waters, could capsize or damage vessels. So make sure that you are at port. You should not be in a boat right now off the coast of southern North Carolina. That's a very bad idea overall. But anyways, yeah. So like I said, no boating. Keep it at halt for now. As like I said, strong winds, water spouts will be an issue out there. And like I said, we got to keep an eye out there for those water spouts. As they come inland, they could turn into some tornadic activity and they could cause some damage that way. So we'll have to be watching for that. But anyway, so yeah, we got ourselves about 17 minutes left on this tornado warning here. So we got a little bit left. We got 17 minutes here. So not too much longer. Like I said, this warning's in effect towards the Maple Hill, Verona, and Fountain area here in kind of the southeastern. I consider this like southeastern North Carolina. It's kind of an odd shape, but I consider this like southeastern North Carolina. So once again, Maple Hill, Fountain, and Verona. You guys, there's a tornado warning kind of scattered around these regions here. So please make sure you guys are in your shelter. Once again, look at velocity. We have a little bit of rotation out there near Maple Hill. Other than that, things look a little bit better on the velocity scan overall. But yeah, let's see here. How much longer the rain bands, Wilmington? We'll look at that here in a minute. Give me a second. Proxy says, darn, I wanted to take my 130-foot yacht out. Proxy, that's funny. I love to take my canoe out. Oh man, oh that's pretty funny, Proxy. Man. Anyways, yeah, I don't advise it, man. Honestly, a 130-foot yacht might actually be okay out there, considering it's such a big craft. This is more of a big issue for smaller craft. I wouldn't consider a 130-foot yacht a pretty small craft. That's a pretty big boat. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's more of an issue for like sailboats and stuff like that. But anyways, folks, but yeah, so like I said, that rotation's now over Maple Hill. There's no warning in effect for central Maple Hill, although like I said, I want you guys in your shelters just for extra precaution. Like I mentioned, that's actually the rotation that we had previously in the warning. So that's where the rotation was. Next frame, you can see that rotation right here. Next frame, you can see it right here, right there, and now it is right here, and it's outside of the polygon. Like I mentioned, I still want Maple Hill here inside of your shelters. I know you're not directly in that polygon, but that's where that rotation's at. So I do want you guys in there. Just once again, just wanted to keep you all safe. Want to keep you all weather prepared, of course. And once again, Maple Hill, North Carolina, Verona, and Fountain here in southeastern North Carolina. Y'all need to be in your shelter there until further notice. Like I mentioned, we have about 14 minutes until the warning naturally expires. There is a possibility that they might pull the warning early, so if they do, we will let you know. But as of right now, the warning is still in effect, and we still need you guys inside of your shelters there. There's a guy on Carolina Beach in a kayak going down the street. That sounds like a very Florida thing to do. Must be a Florida man on vacation. Oh, buddy. I would not advise doing that. Absolutely not. You know, you got to think flooding water is dangerous, guys. Seriously. You know, flooding water contains chemicals. It could be electrocuted. You know, there could be charges of electricity down wires. You do not want to be in flooding waters. It is not ordinary water. It is very toxic. It's very toxic water. There's all kinds of chemicals, all kinds of stuff inside of the water. Yeah, so try to stay out of it. I would not advise being stupid and going in a kayak in flood waters. Would not advise. I mean, at least you're not in the water, but still, seriously, it is. You got to take this storm serious, man. I would recommend staying indoors. Let's see here. Marco says I'm on Oak Island and it's so bad here, flooded out. Really? Let's see. Where is Oak Island here? Let me pull up Oak Island. Is this in Oak Island, North Carolina? Oh, yeah. You guys are near Holden Beach. Yep, you guys got hit pretty good. Absolutely. Yeah, be careful out there, man. Honestly, I think your area is one of the heaviest impacted. We did have some rotation to your east. A tornado warning was issued earlier. As of right now, you are not in any danger of like water spouts. I don't see it at the moment. Got like 10 inches of rain. Well, let's check that. Let's get a radar estimate here of your rainfall totals. Let's pull up the storm total precip. I don't blame you though. I bet there is a lot of rain like that. Yeah, you know what? You're pretty darn on. Look at that, 10 inches roughly. Now remember, this is radar estimated. This is not approximate, but gives you a good idea. I mean, it's relatively within reasonable support. So, yeah, so about 10 inches have fallen out there. Let's see, Wilmington, southern side got the heaviest, it looks like. The northern side, maybe 3-4 inches. Southern side, maybe 5-6 inches out there in Wilmington. Jacksonville, maybe an inch or two, locally higher. So we got a little bit of rain out there, just a little bit. Let's move up the coast a little bit here. Let's see, like Beaufort, maybe 2-4 inches out there. We got a lot of like Nags Head area up to the north here, kind of not really seeing that much, I don't believe. Let's try like Virginia radar. That might be our closest one to Nags Head. Yeah, I don't think you guys didn't really get anything up there. Anyways, yeah, so there is definitely a lot of rain. Honestly, Marco, it really looks like you guys got slammed pretty big. Kerr Beach, is that how you say it? Kerr Beach and Carolina Beach appears to have had the heaviest rainfall, estimated by radar of 12 to 14 inches of rain. That is a pretty nasty amount of rainfall. And let's take a look here at the... let me actually confirm this real quickly. Well, there's a lot of missing data over that area. But yeah, no, honestly, it lines up on both radars there, like 14 inches. It just tops out. Tops out over here. So we have missing data. But anyways. But yeah, so that is certainly a lot of rainfall. Now let me hop over to reflectivity here. We're going to take a look and see. We had this really big storm, as you can see right here. This guy has... rolled out of the area of Carolina Beach and Kerr Beach, going over Oak Island right now. So, Marco, you're certainly, I see you're getting a lot of rain right now. You already have about 10 inches. I honestly would not be surprised if you pick up another couple inches on this. Would not be surprised at all. Got some good news, folks. We no longer have a tornado warning in effect. That has just now been canceled. That tornado warning that was in effect out there south of Fountain towards Maple Hill and Verona is no longer valid. There is currently no active tornado warnings. So we are now clear officially. But like I mentioned, we still got a lot of flash flooding going on. The tornado threat still persists throughout the day. So like I said, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. There's going to likely be some more tornado warnings throughout the day. I just happened to catch this one in time to go live. What should Charleston, South Carolina expect? So Charleston... South Carolina's probably not going to see a lot of activity, to be honest with you. Overall, whenever it comes to it, Charleston's going to be outside of the rainfall. You can see Charleston there. We're not expecting really much. The Wilmington area, we were picking up 8 to 12 inches. It seems like that's been fairly accurate. Actually, we've had some locally higher amounts. Like I mentioned, 12, 14 inches of rain has fallen. So there's definitely been a pretty solid amount of rainfall. They did introduce a moderate risk for flooding, a level 3 out of 4 severe weather threats for flooding, including Wilmington. So the southern tip of North Carolina, including Oak Island out there, Marco, you are in a moderate flooding threat, which is a level 3 out of 4. That is a pretty high risk. Well, it's not a high risk, but it's a high risk level. Does that make sense? It's not a literal high risk. There's moderate, high. It's not a high risk, but it's a higher risk on the spectrum. So it's called a moderate risk, which is, you'd think a moderate, kind of medium, but no, this is kind of level 3 out of 4. That's really all you need to know. So it's a high level. Anyways. But, okay, everybody. Well, I just wanted to go live for those tornado warnings real quickly. I had to, like I mentioned, there is no planning. I did not even think I was going live. I heard that there was tornado warnings. I immediately got to it and went live for you guys. So that is that. My phone's about to die too. Like I said, I got to head off here. I'm going to charge my phone, and if I'm still up, because I've been up all night, my sleep schedule's been terrible from previous live coverages. So I'm completely nocturnal. So this is like my evening, my equivalent of the evening. So if I still have energy, if my phone gets charged and we get another tornado warning, I will try to go live again for you guys. But like I mentioned, if you guys could do me a favor, consider leaving a like, hitting that subscribe button. Once again, tornado warnings have just been canceled, so we're good. But if you guys could, that would mean the world to me. And that way you guys can stay weather aware as well. Okay, so be careful out there, my friends. Once again, she's not a named storm yet. Honestly, there's a growing chance that the thing might not even become named. The thing's kind of making landfall right now, to be honest with you. This storm has just been so unpredictable. The models have not got a good grasp on this system overall. Track and intensity, has been absolutely overshot by all the models. There's just been so much variables, so much unknown with this storm here. It just really didn't really do anything. Well, it really didn't play out as what we kind of thought it would, to be honest. But alrighty, everybody. Well, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for now. Like I said, once again, y'all be careful out there. Stay safe. Once again, Proxy, thank you for the $50, by the way. That is very sweet of you. Much appreciated. Once again, thank you for that. As you help keep us afloat, like I say, and your support means a lot to us and helps keep our programs up and running and stuff like that. So thank you, Proxy, for your support. But alrighty, everybody. Well, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for now. You guys take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Like I said, we'll try to go live if there's more tornado warnings. But for now, I'm going to let my phone charge for a little bit. And if I'm still up with energy, then I will. And if there's warnings, then we might go back live later today. We'll see. But alrighty, everybody. Thanks for joining. You guys take care. And we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, my friends. Y'all stay safe. See you later.